Hello, I'm Dr. Joel David, founder of D5 Teeth. D5 Teeth is the 21st century reinvention of a 30-year-old analog technique called teeth in the day. So what we've done with digital technology, we've taken a 30-year-old technique where if you are suffering from many broken teeth or failing teeth or ill-fitting dentures, on the day of surgery, teeth would be taken out, implants replaced, and believe it or not, in 2022, thousands of dental offices, all you receive is a converted plastic denture with temporary parts that's screwed on the day of surgery. Then months later, you have to come back sometimes for 10 more visits, 6 to 12 months later, before you finally get permanent teeth. D5 has been on a 9-year journey to totally digitize this procedure. We've now helped thousands of patients in multiple offices around the country in around 7 days get custom permanent zirconia teeth. You know, I want to introduce our next guest, Sam. Sam in Jacksonville owns one of the premier air conditioning companies in Jacksonville. And I can tell you from the service we've received at our company, I highly recommend his company. And so Sam, you know, tell us about, you know, your dental condition when you came in.
I've been dealing with dental issues all my life, and I've run the gamut of crowns, bridges, broken bridges, multiple times. Finally end up with dentures, and you know how that goes.
Yes.
To the point where it deteriorated my bone, and I didn't smile. I wasn't comfortable in public anymore, and like you said, I'm meeting and greeting people all the time, and I just never opened my mouth when I smiled. So it was, and it's just been pain and one thing after the other. So I finally checked into the implants, and I needed bone.
Yeah.
So on the bottom and the top, and it just was 6 months for the bone to, you know, and then another 6 months, and so it was about 1.5 years to actually get teeth. And I actually had the bone put in the top years ago, but it was so expensive I couldn't afford the procedure, so my bone deteriorated.
Right.
So it was just a waste of money and time. And so I was convinced I had heard about your procedure, and I just, after everybody I've been to, I couldn't believe that you were doing teeth with the next day.
Right.
You know, so I was very skeptical, and it took me about 6 months to finally get up the nerve to just say, okay, let's see what this is all about. And I'll tell you what, it's been a game changer, life changer.
You're lucky if patients out there, you know, about half our patients come in wearing ill-fitting dentures, about half our patients have many broken or missing teeth. And so you can go over and describe, what does it feel like now not to have plastic on the roof of your mouth as far as tasting your food?
I can taste the food, I can feel the food, cold, hot. It's a life changer. It's
you know, for people wearing dentures also, there's two main kind of restorations you can do if you're considering implant-supported dentistry. The best is always a direct ceramic bridge that screws into the implants, because you can address, when you're chewing, you don't feel any pressure on your gums. You know, a lot of centers, they offer the plug-in dentures, and the plug-in dentures are good, but they still move and rub. So I think, you know, all three of you will agree that, you know, by having a custom ceramic bridge, if you're eating now, you don't feel anything rubbing like a denture. Isn't that the big?
That's fantastic.
You know,
it's just not moving.
I mean, for me, there's no more fixative cream.
Yes.
I hunt and I fish, and we get out of the boat, and everybody wants to go eat lunch because we're all starving. And I always have to run to the restroom and have a little thing of the cream in my pocket, which by that time is melted.
Yeah.
And then I have to take my denture out in the restroom, you know, unsanitary.
Yeah.
Hope you don't drop it. And,
yeah.
You know, those days were over.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful.
And that's the big thing when you're doing your research. When you come into a lot of centers, you're going to basically get two options. You can get a fixed option, or you can get the plug-in option. In our office, before we went digital, our fees were like many other centers you see. We were over $50,000 to do this procedure. So if somebody came in, and again, I always say if you won the Florida lottery, nobody would pick simple plug-in dentures over a custom ceramic bridge. It's just that when they would hear $50,000 or $55,000, They didn't want to wear a denture, which is horrible to wear, and they wanted some kind of compromise, and so the plug-in denture was a good compromise. What's exciting about D5 is when we digitized this about 9 years ago, we were able to reduce our fee for fixed permanent teeth by about 40%. So we used to do maybe 50% fixed, 50% plug-in. We're now about 90% fixed, 10% plug-in, because for just a few $1,000s more, you can get real permanent teeth. The other thing to consider when you're doing your research, if we use zirconia, which is dentistry's strongest ceramic, this restoration, you really have a good chance it's going to last you the rest of your life. It virtually doesn't wear. So if you do a plug-in, it's again using plastic denture teeth. Plastic denture teeth last a reasonable time frame if they're just dentures, because dentures only chew with about 20% of the chewing force of your real teeth. The good news is when you make plastic denture teeth plug into implants, you chew dramatically better, but the wear rate dramatically increases to the point, I've been doing this over 35 years, if I could get a patient 7 to 10 years with a plug-in denture before the teeth wear out, I did a really good job. So at our fee at D5, we've done the numbers. If you go to most centers and you're considering plug-in dentures, if you have to do the part that plugs in the denture part over one time in your life, you will have basically paid the same amount of money for a simple plug-in denture as for custom ceramic teeth. The other thing with the D5 protocol, when we're using the immediate load of splinting implants together, we can basically go to fixed teeth in around 7 days. If we do a plug-in denture, because there's no splinting effect, we have to place the implants, we have to pre-make a temporary denture, and there's a lot of guesswork making a temporary denture. And you'll wear a temporary denture for about 4 months before you get the plug-in denture at our center or any other center, basically. So that's the advantage of D5. We've been able, through digital technology, to lower the fee, make a better product to the point where most patients don't have to settle for simple plug-in dentures. You know, I think all of you agree fixed is the way to go.
Fixed is definitely the way to go.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to have any bone at all.
Yeah. You know, the other thing we are really pleased with, many of our offices now are offering the latest zygomatic implant. So if you literally have no bone on your upper jaw because maybe you've been wearing a denture for 10 years, there's a special implant called a zygoma that we can do without any bone grafting. And so for most patients now, literally with no bone, we don't have to do any more bone grafting. We can place 2 to 4 zygoma implants and still give you permanent teeth in 7 days. It's an amazing improvement, and we're really pleased to offer the latest advancement in implant dentistry. Again, with all of you, hopefully, I know you've referred me so many patients, and I thank you again. But again, you would all recommend this for procedure if people were having dentures or wearing dentures or broken teeth?
In fact,
100%.
yeah. In fact, my sister had the procedure done
I know.
as well. You know.
You've kept my whole practice busy with referrals. And I appreciate it, especially these crazy times.
Well, it makes a difference when, you know, you feel confident with someone. And I mean, you guys have been like family to me. And my father, who has passed away now, but had dementia, and he still had his natural teeth in the bottom. I mean, I'm sorry, in the bottom. And he had problems. He had dementia, you know. And I was so afraid to take him into the dental office with dementia, you know. But, you know, I talked to you guys ahead of time, you know, and he said, well, bring him in. We'll try, you know. And he came in, and, you know, you guys were able to remove the 2 problem teeth that he had, you know. And he loved it, you know. And it was, you know, that gives you that extra vote of confidence. You know, when people care and concern, you know, it makes a difference, you know, in the whole process, you know.
Yeah, this has been a passion project. You know, again, you know, I want to thank you for watching this. Again, you know, D5 is designed for a number of people. If you've got ill-fitting dentures, you've got partials attached to maybe 5 or 6 teeth and they're flopping around, you've got moderate to advanced periodontal disease, you've had your crowns done 2 times and now they have more decay, and you really want a permanent solution. And so what's unique about D5, Again, we've taken basically an old procedure done or invented in about 1993 that's all analog, all denture based on wax rims. And we now can basically take a patient that could take up to a year before they would finally receive ceramic teeth. And we've helped thousands of patients now in multiple offices around the country, just like these patients, get permanent teeth in 1 week. So if you're suffering from this, one of the hardest things we've found is a lot of patients, like I think you've addressed, this is not everybody's favorite place, going to the dentist. And so we offer a free consultation with the free CT scan. It's a very low-key consultation. We're trying to see, do you have the proper bone to do this procedure? Good news is about 95% of our patients that come in qualify for the very just regular 7-day process. 5% of our patients traditionally would need sinus lifts, and now we offer the latest zygoma implant where we can just go right in and we don't have to wait any time frame to do this procedure. So the big thing is call for a free consultation. If you call our Jacksonville office, I'll personally see you. We have offices, all around the country. Just look at the D5 site and we hope to hear from you. Thank you very much.